What year were you born?
I was born September 22nd, 1948. And now that you know that, be sure you send me a card or something on my birthday.
All right, 3 days after mine.
All right.
What is your gender?
Male
How
from
do you
birth.
how do you classify your race?
Well, I like to, like my daddy once said, there's only one race, and that's the human race. But as far as ethnicity and culture and color, I consider black.
Okay. What are your greatest health needs in your present stage of life?
My greatest health need, I would say probably better fitness, because fitness kind of goes over with everything. If you can be fit, then you'll solve a whole lot of things or prevent a lot of other things from happening. So I'd say my greatest health need would be fitness. And I did lose 40 pounds over the last year and 3 months to help that. So now I just need to maybe get in the gym somewhere.
Congratulations on that. What are your greatest health fears connected with aging?
My greatest health fear would probably be dementia, Alzheimer's. I have seen what that disease can do to families. I've seen what it can do to individuals who have it, and it can be extremely devastating. And I wouldn't want me to be one that has it, and then knowing what the complications can be from it, but also, and probably more importantly, knowing the devastation and problems that it can present for families and others who claim to love you.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I'd say dementia, that would probably be the one thing.
Yeah, because we're actually doing a project at the end of the semester where we set some things up and simulate what people that with Alzheimer's and dementia go through.
Okay.
What are your greatest joys at this stage in your life?
At age 66, my greatest joy is just being 66. I have gone to so many funerals of others much younger.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, my greatest joy is to be able to still be among the living. What helps that joy is to be able to do something special and to bring joy to other people. Because if my living is not going to be an enhancement to somebody else's life, then what's the point? So my joy in life is being able to be 66 years old, looking towards 77, and the prospects of a much longer life, but also being productive and helpful to others in that life.
Mm-hmm. If you could have done anything differently when you were younger to impact your health now, what would it have been?
To impact my health now, I'm in reasonably good health. I probably would take fitness more seriously. Having been an athlete at one time, when the season's over with, you're done until it comes time to start training for the next year. But that's not the way it works anymore. Fitness is a year-round thing, and if you're an athlete, you got to stay fit year-round. It becomes almost a passion and an addiction. And that's what fitness can be to someone who really takes it seriously. Fitness is an addiction because your body demands and wants that exertion, that fitness. And so if there were anything I'd do differently, I'd probably say adhere more to a more stringent and rigorous fitness campaign.
Oh, that's good. There's some kids on campus now who don't work out. Is there anything that you want to change about yourself that could impact your health in the future?
Yeah, and I think I did one of those things just recently. I said earlier, those 40 pounds over the last year and 3 months. And I think that will give whatever time there is, give me more health, a healthier life, and a healthier lifestyle. But I always say that I don't get hung up on the fitness as the longevity of life, because that issue is completely and totally out of our hands. You just want to be able to live healthy while you are. And there could be someone who's like the guy who was the running guru. Mm-hmm. That guy was as fit as anybody could ever be, and he died of a heart attack. So There are people who have been fit, ate properly and everything, and they had an aneurysm. So fitness just guarantees you a better quality of life. It doesn't have much to do with the longevity because that's out of our hands.
Mm-hmm. Describe any problems you've experienced getting health care and or health insurance, if you've had any.
Aging, that's always going to be an issue when you try to get something like health insurance or just about anything really. But ultimately you get to that age where Medicare kicks in, and I've hit that number, so the issue of getting health care is not that big of a deal anymore. But being able to get that supplemental that will kick in for that 20% that Medicare won't pay, for some people that's a real serious issue. So for me, I'd say it's not that big of an issue, but aging carries its own set of circumstances, conditions, and issues. But you just, if you want to live, you deal with it and move on.
Mm-hmm. In what ways are you able to contribute to healthy lifestyles in your community?
Well, as someone said once, the best way to beat poverty is to not be poor. And so I say the best way I can contribute to health in the community at large is to be healthy myself, first and foremost. And then to encourage and do things that help others and support others in their efforts to be healthy. So I'm not going to sit and preach to somebody about how you need to be healthy and this kind of thing, and I'm sitting there eating a bowl of chitlins, and knowing that I may have hypertension, that person may have hypertension, or diabetic or whatever, and I'm sitting there, gouging on stuff that contributes to those negative things, and then I'm going to tell you about fitness, and I don't think so. That's just being hypocritical and an outright liar.
And how has the affordable health care implemented by Obama administration affected your health care?
It hasn't affected mine at all because I'm on Medicare. But for the younger people, I have 3 adult kids, whom I've encouraged to become a part of the affordable health care. And my daughter that lives in New York, I know she's taken advantage of it. My son has taken the advantage of it, and the daughter that is in Philadelphia now, I know she has not necessarily had to take advantage of it simply because of the fact she has health coverage. Now, there are people out there who still have issues with what the anti-healthcare folks call Obamacare. And if you want to see somebody stupid, ask them, say, which do you prefer, Obamacare or affordable health care? Oh, I like affordable health care. Well, you dumbass, affordable health care is Obamacare. That's what the people that don't like it call it. So that's kind of where I am with it. Yeah, it's good, and I always encourage people, younger people, to take the advantage of it. Because eventually you're going to get 27 and get off of your mom and daddy's insurance.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
It's been a pleasure.
And thank you for everything that you've given today.
And I thank you so much. Until now, the only thing